Hi, today we're going to try a little experiment in silk screening. Um, I only silk screen about every 6 months or so for friends or little projects, things like that. And I usually use a photo emulsion process. But the little jar of photo emulsion is about $20 and it only has a shelf life of about 2 months after you mix it up. It also takes a long time because you've got to coat the screens with the emulsion and let it dry, and then you've got to put your stencil on here and expose it to UV light and then wash it out, and then you can start silk screening. So I want to try a little fast and dirty way to do it. So we're going to pick a screen today. We'll use the small screen. And what we're going to do is use a vinyl cutter, which I happen to have. They're a little obsolete now, and so they're very cheap to pick up. So I picked one up, and we'll see how it goes. So let's start it. We have some t-shirts made, and we need to put a name on one of them. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in Linda. And what I'm going to do is grab this and size it. And it's going to be rather small because it's going on a shirt. So I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it, but we'll try it. And we're only going to make it 2 inches long and about 3/4 of an inch high. Okay, I'm going to send this to the cutter, and I'm going to make sure that it's right down here. And what I'm going to do is make sure it's done in mirroring, which it is, so it's backwards. Normally you would cut it and apply the lettering on the material, but right now I want it to put it on backwards on the back of the screen. Okay, so we'll go over here to the vinyl cutter. I've got a piece of scrap material. We'll load it into the vinyl cutter like that, and I'm going to position the vinyl cutter to where I think I want it cut out and say okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is send that to the cutter, and the cutter will start cutting it. And it's done. So we'll just pull that out and go over here. Okay, so now we're going to weed it. And normally we'd leave the letters on it, but this time we're going to pull the letters out because we want the ink to go where the letters have been removed. And this ought to be fun. What's so small? And we're getting the letters pulled out. That's the hardest one. Okay. You can stop it. Okay, so now we've got to put a transfer tape on it, because otherwise we wouldn't pick up those little centerpieces. Nice and fast and dirty. Okay, and I'll pull the vinyl off. Grab our screen. Now we're going to pull the transfer tape off. And make sure it's down. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our screen. And we'll go and see if we can put it on a t-shirt real easy. Okay, we've come into the kitchen now. We've got our Linda set up. I actually pre-marked this as so we'd get the alignment right and could go pretty fast. So I'm going to get some, in this case, blue ink out. I'll put a little bit on my spatula. Okay, and I got this blue ink, and what I'm going to do is position this. Put that over there a second. About there. And then I'm going to come over and give it a fast little silk screen. And we have Linda. I'll show you on a piece of paper. We'll go ahead and just do a couple more to show you how fast this could be done. Well, messed that up, didn't I? This is fabric paint, and it really should be going on fabric, and it did a really nice job on the fabric. And then we just iron this to heat seal it because this paint doesn't dry until you get it hot. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean up now. And I'll take the screen over. And first let me get as much ink off as I can. Okay, and I'll take it over to the sink. It's all water-soluble ink. I'll take my screen off that we made. I have the little centers of the label of the A. Okay. We're all done and ready for the next project.